Debt is often seen as a double-edged sword. This single tool can make you incredibly wealthy, but it can also leave you penniless overnight. Imagine having the secret recipe that allows you to leverage money without ever truly owning it. What if I told you the world's wealthiest individuals do exactly that? In this video, we'll show you how the affluent use debt to increase their wealth and how debt can be a potent force driving and making all your dreams and aspirations attainable. Welcome to Financial Flow, the channel that makes your financial dreams come true. First, the wealthy build empires. The history of debt isn't a recent phenomenon. It dates back to the 1800s when Rockefeller conducted business amounting to $400 billion in today's dollars. Rockefeller wasn't born wealthy. Although he was the son of a farmer and dropped out of school, his sharp business acumen made him the wealthiest American ever. An initial loan of $1,000 from his father gave him a foothold in the commodity trading business. He soon shifted his focus to gasoline over coal and began producing his barrels cost-effectively. This approach earned him the trust of banks and favorable loans. Strategically, he leveraged debt to acquire competitors and establish an oil monopoly. By securing bulk discounts from railroads, he transported kerosene more affordably. By the 1870s, his company dominated 90% of the U.S. oil market. Despite being highly leveraged, Rockefeller always repaid on time and continued to reinvest. 2. The wealthy don't draw a salary. While we've all heard of the billion-dollar mansions, expensive cars, and luxurious vacations that the rich indulge in worldwide, the much lesser-known fact is that they don't pay for these from their salary. In 2021, Elon Musk unveiled the secret behind such a luxurious lifestyle through his tweet. "I only own stocks, so the only way for me to pay personal taxes is to sell stock." While most Twitter users simply gloss over such tweets, few know how to read between the lines. Elon Musk doesn't draw a salary but owns Tesla stocks worth billions of dollars. Yet, he doesn't sell these stocks and still leads the life he does. The secret is that he borrows money against the stocks and lives off that debt. This debt affords him a dual advantage. Firstly, it prevents him from paying taxes, as borrowed money doesn't attract tax, even though it's still money in his bank account. Secondly, he isn't actually selling his Tesla stocks because selling would incur a capital gains tax. He only uses the stock as collateral to get the loan. Some even call it an evergreen credit line. Supposing he borrows at a 6% interest rate, he just needs to ensure Tesla grows by at least 6%. When he needs to repay this debt, he takes another loan against the same stock and pays off the first debt. This cycle continues, and Musk lives a life most only dream of. 3. The wealthy love real estate. While many individuals grapple with the thought of paying off a mortgage for a home, the wealthy leverage debt to acquire multiple properties worldwide. Often, they don't even reside in these properties. Despite having considerable wealth, they take out loans for multi-million-dollar real estates. An example is Elon Musk, who borrowed $61 million in 2018 to buy 5 homes in California, even though he could have paid the amount in cash. While the average person typically borrows money only when they urgently need it, the rich strategically use debt even when they have ample liquidity. A primary reason is the opportunity to save on taxes. Here's a scenario. One purchases a property for $1 million, finances 80% through a bank, and the rest through investors. With rental income and depreciations, one can show a tax loss, even when making an actual profit. Depreciations are legally recognized expenses for property wear and tear that can be written off in taxes, even if there's no real money going out. This allows investors to tax shield their income while actually turning a profit. 4. The wealthy don't mix everything together. When Elon Musk decided to acquire Twitter, he took out a loan of $13 billion, even though his net worth was close to $250 billion. At first glance, this might seem incomprehensible to many. With such wealth, paying $13 billion shouldn't pose a challenge. However, this move wasn't impulsive but part of a calculated financial strategy known as leveraged buyout, LBO. In an LBO, the borrowed capital is typically secured against the assets of the company being purchased, in this case, Twitter. Lenders are willing to provide such sums in the hope that the newly acquired company will generate profits that contribute to repaying the loan. Musk, however, didn't just have economic interests in mind when buying Twitter. He also saw it as a tool to promote social change and bolster freedom of speech. But if Twitter's profitability is uncertain, and LBO offers security, should Twitter not perform as expected, Musk's financial risk is limited to his invested equity. Lenders can't access his personal wealth but must attempt to cover their claims by selling Twitter's assets. This means that Musk, regardless of Twitter's success or failure, safeguards his fortune and continues to enjoy his luxurious life to the fullest. 5. The wealthy create liquidity. The wealthy often acquire assets and hold onto them long-term to pass them on to their descendants. They bank on appreciations in value and prioritize safeguarding their family over a debt-free existence. However, this doesn't prevent them from seizing investment opportunities. They create liquidity through debt to capitalize on business chances. In April 2023, Mukesh Ambani, head of Reliance Industries, took out India's largest corporate loan, $5.5 billion for a 5G rollout in India. That's less than 7% of his $82 billion wealth. Despite owning valuable properties worldwide, including a $2 billion house in Antilla, he chose to take a loan to preserve his wealth for his 3 children. With an expected contribution of 2% to India's GDP from 5G by 2030, the rollout could generate $180 billion. Ambani, a telecommunications titan, would never miss such an opportunity merely due to a lack of liquidity. He prefers to borrow money now and repay later with the 5G profits. 6. The wealthy offset their debts through inflation. When Mark Zuckerberg took out a mortgage for a house in 2012, he secured it at an interest rate of just 1.05%. At the same time, the average mortgage interest rate stood at around 2.76%. If you're wondering why Zuckerberg received this discounted rate, it's important to note that he was worth $15.6 billion at the time, and banks had no doubt he would repay them. Due to the low risk associated with lending Zuckerberg money, bankers were able to minimize the interest rate for him. It's widely recognized that the higher your wealth or credit score, the lower your interest rates will be. However, many overlook what Zuckerberg truly accomplished with this deal. Firstly, he immediately moved into the house of his dreams and can reside there as long as he desires. Secondly, he invested his own money into much higher yielding ventures, which, even after accounting for the debt interest, will net him massive profits. And thirdly, he spread out the house's payment over the next 30 years, by which time the actual value of those payments would be a mere fraction of their current worth due to rising inflation. By not tying up his capital up front, he took advantage of high-yielding opportunities, deferred expenditures, and diminished his costs in inflation-adjusted terms to a fraction. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any videos. See you soon.